Dear students, today we are going to see what is the networks and what is a distributed processing. First, let me explain the networks. A network is a set of devices connected by communication links. A node can be a computer, printer, or any other device capable of sending and receiving data generated by other nodes of the network. Then, what is the distributed processing? The distributed processing is most networks use distributed processing, in which a task is divided among multiple computers instead of one single large machine being responsible for all aspects of a process. Separate computers handle a subset. This is what is a network. The diagram showing the network diagram. A computer network, often simply referred to as a network, is a collection of hardware components which are interconnected by communication channels that allow sharing of resources and information with respect to certain set of rules, protocols via operating system, software. What are the elements of the network? The elements of the network are hardware equipments, network operating system, that is nothing but a software, communication channel, information, data, resources. Protocols. These are the computer networks elements taken place in our computer networks. Then I am going to explain distributed systems. In this distributed system, what is the history review of distributed system? What is a distributed system? Why distributed systems? Example of distributed system, distributed system requirements, transparency in distributed system. First, let me see the history review of the distributed system. In late 70s and early 80s, synchronous with distributed processing. In mid 80s, no point of central control takes place. In late 80s, peer structure and interconnection configuration has been taken place in distributed systems. Later, more fine grained distribution system has been taken place in a distributed system. Software is decomposed into components. The components can reside on different computers and be implemented with different languages. This is a diagram how the distributed processing will be takes place. The most of the networks use distributed processing, in which a task is divided among multiple computers instead of one single large machine being responsible for all aspects of a process, separated computers handle a subset. Okay, in this diagram, what is the ingredients of the distributed system? In a distributed system, we are taking the example host 1 and host n, and this host 1 will be consist of component 1 up to component n, and below this one we require the network operating system and to control this operating system, a hardware will be required in any host. The same thing will be takes place to the N host also. Like this only, we are going to see the ingredients of the distributed system. In this, again, how this is a distributed system is connected with the help of the network. I am going to take the host 1, host 2, host 3 and host N. How they are going to be connected with the help of the middleware, network operating system, hardware and component 1 and component N. Like that only many components are connected with the help of the network. Okay, this wide distributed system, I already told you why this is a necessity for the distributed system. Every application is a part of your business model. Must make them work together, then only the final results will be takes place. Here is a sales and shipping, receiving and payable, receivable, accounting, inventory, engineering, manufacturing. All these things are should be interconnected, otherwise the production will be takes place, the marketing will not be takes place. For that reason only we require the distributed system. This is a main example. The integration and distribution processing are explained. The constructing information sharing distributed system for diverse sources. One is a heterogeneous and a networked, physical separate, disparate, multi-vendor. Like that only we are going to application integration will be takes place with the help of the distributed systems. These are the application requirement for the distributed system, the functional and non-functional. The non-functional requirements drive distribution of a system. One is scalability, concurrency, openness, heterogeneity, resource sharing, fault tolerance. What is a centralized system and distributed system? What is the difference between the centralized system and distributed system? We are going to see one by one. In a centralized system, have non-autonomous components. The first thing is the centralized system have non-autonomous components. So in a centralized system are often built using homogeneous technologies. Multiple users share the resources of a centralized system at all times. The centralized system have a single point of control and of a failure also will be takes place. In the distributed system have a autonomous components. The distributed system may built using heterogeneous technology. Distributed system components may be used exclusively. Distributed system are executed in a concurrent process. Distributed system have multiple points of failure. Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages of the distributed system? The first thing is we are going to see what are the advantages of the distributed system. In this advantage of the distributed system are shareability. The main advantage will be shareability with help of the distributed system, and the expandability. The expandable, how much distance, how much network will be required with help of the distributed system, we can expand. And local autonomy. This local autonomy will be helpful for the particular purposes, particular industry. What are the requirements will be takes place with the help of the local autonomy. And improved performance. With the help of the distributed system, we can improve the performance of any system. Improved reliability and availability. The main advantage with the distributed system will be we can increase the reliability and availability. And with the help of the distributed system, the potential cost reduction will be takes place. And no doubt these are the advantages of the distributed system. Then we are going to see the disadvantages of the distributed system. In the disadvantages of the distributed system, network reliance and complexity, security, multiple point of failure will be main disadvantages with the distributed system. Examples of the distributed system: IT service architecture of a Swiss bank. How will the Swiss bank architecture will be takes place with the help of the distributed system. Service architecture consists of heterogeneous new and legacy components. Hardware platform range from mainframe to networks. Programming language including assembler, COBOL, C, C++, Java, etc. Different types of middleware can be used to resolve distribution and heterogeneity. Transparency in a distributed system. How the transparency will be takes place in distributed system will be explained. A distributed system is a collection of autonomous hosts that are connected through a computer network and coordinate with each other in each way. What users perceive the system as a single and integrated computing facility. What are the dimensions of the transparency in a distributed system? Number one, access transparency, location transparency, migration transparency, replication transparency, concurrency transparency, scalability transparency, performance transparency, failure transparency. The location transparency as shown in a diagram, the machine 1 and machine 2, and this machine 1 will be consist of the caller, and this caller will be make the local call with the proxy server, and this proxy server will send to the remote call. Here the machine 2 having the implementer, whatever the requirements from the local call from the caller, this will be implemented with help of the implementer. Thank you.